It's Saturday night. Welcome to Dear Dana. Just a little bit late. Sorry about that. I know you're here to talk about dream interpretations and dream visitations. You are in the right place. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Dear Dana on a Saturday night. Bring your dreams in. Let's break them down. See what they have to tell you. You may be getting messages to solve problems. You may be getting visitations from loved ones. Don't know. Just don't know. But in the meantime, take a deep breath through your nose. Hold it. Breathe out all the stress of the week. Inhale again. Hold it. And blow out all of the stress. Shake it all out and welcome to Dear Dana. Come on in. No hate zone here.
I don't think you understand what you're doing. And my heart's back in blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this is amusing.
That music's by NFX. I love it, love it, love it. You're here to talk about dreams. Bring your dreams on in. Bring your dreams on in. Let's break them down. Hey, unapologetically Romeo. Hi, Lori. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Ray. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to Dear Dana. Welcome. We talk about all things that have to do with being human. I'm a trained psychotherapist, but I don't psychotherapize you here. We talk about psychology, spirituality, social media. We talk about pop culture, social commentary. Again, everything that has to do with being human. And I'm going to have special guests soon. Special guests soon again about different topics. Soon I will have a couple hopefully lined up that they have a beautiful story. It's tragic too. A long time ago they lost a couple of their kids in an accident, but along the way they've come to know that we do not truly die and have had a lot of spiritual circumstances that prove that, and beautiful stories along the way. I'm hoping to have them on, as well as we had a guest a while back that lost his job. He was a reporter, lost his job because of Scientology. Now he's been out and about and has had some experiences, and he is going to be back. Yes, he is. We're going to have a lot of people. Hopefully we will have a panel soon to talk about the difference in spirits and ghosts and angels, things like that. You know, we're open to talking about all kinds of things because science and religion and spirituality, they are not separate. And science is catching up with that. Very much so. Dodge Landisman will be back, sorry. But in the meantime, I want to welcome you all back to the chat. People will be trickling in, and welcome to those of you in the bushes. You are all welcome to. Hey, Arseny Pesikoff. I know there are many of you in the bushes. When my live goes off, you would be amazed and surprised what I find in the analytics about how many people are watching in the bushes. A great number. A great number. It's quite amazing. So I'm hoping more people will not feel uncomfortable and will come up and get into the discussion in the chat, because it's not scary. I'm not scary. I am not scary. So let's begin. All of us dream. Hopefully all of us dream. Really, all of us do dream. There's a large number that don't remember our dreams because we'll wake up and they slip through our fingers. You have to get into the REM cycle to remember your dreams. The REM cycle is often that space between sleep and awake, that kind of good space where you're not in the deep, deep sleep and you're sort of in that space between not quite awake and you're resonating higher, your body's relaxed, you're not tense, you're not trying to control everything. And a lot of times, high stress people are people that are very stressed that tend to resonate lower. It doesn't mean they're bad people, mind you. Just a lot of people that have anxiety or they're high stress. Hey, Willow, Paranormal Witch. If you're really high stress, a lot of times your energy will resonate lower. And it's not like you're trying to, it's just the way it is. And if someone on the other side wants to connect with you, they have to do it in different ways and hope that you recognize it. Sometimes it'll be through signs. Hey, Paranormal Witch Willow, it'll be through signs. But most often, they try to do it through dreams when you relax. And in these dreams, you'll find that the dreams play out like a story. They'll come to you in a, hey, Care Bear, a story-like fashion. And you'll be like, wow, I got to see them. This and this and this happened. Recently my mom told me that she had a dream and she got to see my dad and her mom. And conversations and situations happened, and it felt very real to her. And I tried to explain to her it was like a visitation. And she wants to believe it, but then a part of her tries to poo poo it. She wants to take it in, but then she pushes it away. And she knows I have abilities. My dog wanted to follow me, the young one, but she's kind of scouring around. Cleo! Come here, Cleo. Her daddy's going to have to come get her because she's being too busy. Hey, Paradox Foxels. Thank you for being here. She wants to take it in, and she knows I have certain gifts, but then she gets on this, well, God wouldn't let him come visit me like that. But then on the flip side, sometimes she'll ask me things, and she knows I had the near-death experience, and we've had that conversation, and she knows that I was able to see where they were. So she rides the fence real hard, you know what I mean? And I think that at the age where she is, that she is really looking at her mortality. So I try to be sensitive about that. You understand? It should be, I'm not scared of death. But we all have to be sensitive. We could go any time. All of us could. So back to the visitation dreams. Let me explain something. What I know to be true. We all think about heaven as being up there. But really heaven is just how do I explain? It's not an up there thing. It's a separation of worlds thing. It's more a energetic shift thing. Hey, Mama Llama. It's an energetic shift thing. It's if I had how do I put it? A scarf, right? And I put the scarf in front of me, and I were to walk past the scarf, it would be like that. But energetically, we can't see it. It's like when you talk about animals can see certain colors we can't see. It's kind of like that, if that makes sense. Like if certain animals can see colors we can't see, or animals can hear certain frequencies we can't see. I mean, hear certain frequencies we can't hear. It's kind of the same thing. It's another plane. Thank you, Mama Llama. It's another plane. So we can't enter that plane because we're heavy and dense. We're not capable of it. We're not energetically there. So it's not an up thing. Think about the world is spinning. We're a planet. It moves around all the time. So when you think about it like that, it's not an up thing. We're always thinking up. Paradox Fossil says 2046 is it in 600 chance of getting hit by a 150-foot asteroid. True. I mean, if we weren't careful and walked across the highway and didn't pay attention, there you go. So, with our dreams, here's what Lori says. I feel when I lay down energy like when you're on an airplane movement. Can you explain that a little bit? I feel when I lay down energy like when you're on an airplane movement. I'm a little convoluted. And in case anyone would like to come up with me, I'm going to throw down the link. I have had dream visitations, but here's what I'm also, and I haven't done it in a while, and I need to offer it. Oh, gotcha. Let me pull this up. I constantly feel like the world's moving or shifting or something, and I don't think anybody else feels it. Well, the world is always moving and shifting. And anytime we have a full moon, the weather changes, or let's say it goes from cold to hot, or warm to cold, or we have a storm, right? Or the barometric pressure changes, girl, my body feels it automatically. I don't have any option but to feel it. And I don't know if it's just an MS thing or a spiritual thing. But yeah, I automatically feel it. I don't always enjoy it. Is there any is there any evidence in the Bible that God wouldn't allow visitations? I don't know of any evidence in the Bible. I would have to research and look hard, but look at it this way. Jesus came back as a visitation. Angels make visitations. You were asking because of my mom's response. Look, my mom, my mom, my mom's a piece of work. Okay, my mom is a whole piece of work. It's the light feeling of moving hard to explain. Look, a lot of spiritual experiences, period, are hard to explain. I don't think we're meant to understand all of them. I think that's where faith comes in hand. Sometimes it's about moving forward with faith. I used to resist, and I had to become very spiritually humble because I used to fight and resist a lot of what gifts were given to me, experiences I was having, because I allowed my humanity or my human ego and beliefs, belief systems to get in the way because of what the rules man had set down. When truly, what I was being given was there merely to be of service and to help others. I allowed my own ego to get in the way, and I had to become very humble and move into humility because I know any spiritual experiences or gifts only remain as long as you use them to aid. Did your paranormal sense come before your NDE? When I was a small child, I had some slight abilities that I was very afraid of and asked to go get saved because my mom would say things. I don't know if it was to be in jest or to make me. And at about 8 years old, I was asking to get saved because I knew what people really, I was very intuitive, very empathic. Um, I would see people from the other side and had energies about me, and it terrified me. So I asked to go get saved, and the priest or minister came to the house to tell my mom I wanted to be saved because she would say they used to burn people like you to me. And my mom said to the man she wasn't going to allow me to get saved out of fear. So, those are the things I remember about it. And I don't know her reasoning behind what she said. I could have taken it too hard to heart, or she could have said it for other reasons. You know how your memory is going back? I don't know. I ended up getting saved anyway. So I lived in a lot of fear of having those little gifts. And then when I had the NDE at 12, more things began to open up. So I had friends in school, but I tended to keep them at arm's length, even when I dated people, because I knew what people were really thinking. I knew what people really meant. I was afraid if they really knew who I was and what I could do, they would think I was a freak or they wouldn't like me. So I carried a lot of guilt, fear, all kinds of things. And I've said it, I know people that know me or have heard me in here before. Probably you're tired of hearing it, but I went and got a book at age 12 called Life After Life because I wanted to understand all the dynamics of what had happened to me. And it was written by Raymond Moody. And fast forward, we moved from North Carolina to Georgia. I ended up changing my major to psychology, ended up in a class that said staff. And at the time, um, it was taught by Dr. William Roll, who later ended up testing me years later after I had my daughter. And Dr. William Roll. Dr. William Roll was also in that class. And he helped me significantly. And what are the odds? The universe and our creator's a funny thing. You see what I'm saying? I moved and ended up in that university class with him. And I had another university teacher that took me under her wing, and she is the one that she was one of the best psychologists around, and she is the one that taught me most everything, not everything, but most everything about becoming a psychotherapist. Hey, Susan, so happy to see you. And one of the reasons I became a psychotherapist, and I'll say it again, I sound like a broken record to some people that have heard me, is because it gave me a place to use the gifts I had without people knowing. I could utilize them and help people quicker so they didn't need me very long. But then I ended up having two children, one of which was very rare, and he had an issue with his throat and he couldn't speak. Occasionally we would get a word. He was very cognitive, but he couldn't speak and he couldn't walk. He didn't feel pain the first 2 years of his life. So my gifts kicked in to help me become, I already was a medium, but helped me become a medical medium to be able to tell when something was awry within his body. So my gifts began to kick in, which started to make sense when I had my son. Then I was so grateful. So grateful. That is wonderful, Lori. If I can help him in any way, let me know. It is in the Bible, God gives spiritual gifts. And I believe, Lori, God has given spiritual gifts to everyone. Some choose to use them, some end up losing them. He gives them to every kid, but by age 5, they get taught out of a lot of people. Because they are indoctrinated by the world. And it's true. The world and parents and stuff end up indoctrinating humans one way or the other. That's you use it or you lose it. And that's just the truth. People have tried to make it an evil thing. It's just it is what it is. And I had to learn it the hard way because I grew up feeling guilty and bad because I had those things. Guilty and bad. I mean, one of my grandmother's house was very haunted, and my family knew that I was the way I was, and it got to the point when we would go visit from North Carolina to Atlanta, they had to put me in another family member's home to spend the night because that house would act up every time I got there, and I couldn't cope. It literally would act up. Lori says, my mom called me a witch, but it was because she said I always knew things. I'm sorry, Lori. And it is what it is. Sometimes my mom would make a wall about it, and sometimes my mom would ask me things. But she has abilities herself, but her energy kind of blocks it. If you don't want to utilize the energy you have, or your energy is very low or negative, it won't work. Thank you, Mama Llama. Looking back, I think it was a compliment. My mom is, well, she's a whole different story, not a good one. I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong, I love my mom lots. We're just not very much alike. I mean, tiny things, maybe. I mean, she taught us all the right things. She taught us all the right things. But we're not a lot alike. I bet we all have a lot of the same experiences. I always felt like a freak. People just need to be more open to it's part of the world. People need to be more open about discussing these things. And like when I talked to Dr. Roll, spirituality and religion and science, like I said, science is called up. It's all part of the same thing. Do you know police, FBI, etc.? I don't, I'm going to be the first one to say I don't like the word psychic. I don't like it. I'd rather them say intuitive or something like that. I don't like the word psychic. It's gotten a bad rap for many, many years because of charlatans and stuff like that. But do you know they have used them for years and years and years in cases, cold cases, um, other things I can't say on YouTube. You know what I mean? But they have. Sometime I'm going to talk about, gosh, I'm glitching tonight, remote viewing. And that has been used for decades and decades and decades. So it, it's all true. People just do not want to talk about it. I like you because you're a freak. Who you talking to? Lori or me, Mama Llama? A lot of people call me a witch, but I take the word as honor, which means wise woman in Old English times. Witch were healers and teachers. Get on with your bad self. I know when I lived in Carrollton, Georgia, I went in a shop that had all kinds of things, spiritual shop. Me? Thank you, Mama Llama. And I was real resistant because I walked in there one time to look at things, okay? To look at books, to whatever. And I kid you not, this is no lie. And I was like, a little, felt a little weird when I walked in there, but I wanted to see their spiritual things, you know. And I walked in there, and one of them walked up to me. If I'm lying, I'm dying. And said, you have all this energy around you. You have a lot of energy around you. And I was like, okay. And she said, you are a white witch. You are a natural witch. And I said, baby, I'm no witch. And she goes, yes, you are. You're a white witch. And I felt creeped out. And I was like, I just came in here to look at your books. Hey, lady Spell. And she went and got somebody else, and she says, she is a solitary white witch. And I'm thinking, I do not know what you are talking about. And she goes, no, it's a compliment. You are a solitary white witch. I had to go home and look it up because they wanted to introduce me to their coven. And I had to read all about it, about the coven and Wiccan and the whole 9 yards because I didn't know much about it. And I know that they honor nature and everything, right? And I was like, why are they calling me a solitary white witch? Because I have always loved angels. And I knew I had this energy thing going on. And I knew that Dr. William Roll had people following me for a long time to be tested. And I ignored the hell out of it. I wanted nothing to do with it because I was still really creeped out and trying to hide any abilities I had because I was working hard to go become a psychotherapist and be taken seriously. You get what I'm saying? I didn't want anybody to know anything, nothing. But I was like, whoa, what's going on? Am I putting out jets or something? So you get what I'm saying? I was running, running from my abilities. Thank you for being here, Stock Explorer. Everybody, please check out Paradox Fossils, Mama Llama, Stock Explorer. They all have channels. I think RC has a channel too. Miss Ray, is going to be building up her channel, and also unapologetically, I lift up and support all good humans that are creators. Hello, Virginia Woolf. He says, I write as many of my dreams down as I can put effort into. It's very interesting. It is very interesting. And I highly recommend that you put a journal beside your bed with a pen or pencil. So when you wake up, if you can remember any aspect of your dream, you immediately write it down. Because if you don't go to the bathroom, do not go to the bathroom before you write the thing down because you will lose pieces of it. Hey, Katrina Johnson, you will lose pieces of it if you go to the bathroom before you write it down. I promise you. Hey, Shay B, because that's the way it works. Those little pieces will leave you and you'll be going, oh no, what was that again? And you might miss what you were trying to put together. So I'm wanting to know, do you, any of you have dreams that you want to decipher here? I'm so sorry, Lady Spellbreaker. She said her dream stopped when something traumatic happened. Hey, Michelle Cannon Free. That's very cool where you have a few dreams where you need to warn people. No, now I went squirrel a little while ago. On occasion, and it's been a while and I need to offer it up, in helping parents heal or other groups, I have done these guided meditations where I can help them to have visits with children that they have lost. But I typically do it with a group and do a meditation where I put them in a state where hopefully they resonate higher. And usually, when you do it with a group of people, the energy grows massively higher. Anytime you do a spiritual thing and there's a group, it grows the energy faster. It grows the energy bigger. That's just the way it goes. And I help the people to set them up where they're able to visit with their loved ones for a short period of time that sometimes feels like a long period of time. That's the way hypnosis goes sometimes. When I do hypnosis with people, it's not that long of a time, but sometimes it feels like a long time, or it can feel like a short time. Oh, cool, Michelle. Virginia says, last night I dreamed that I had a gift certificate for an art cooking class. And in the middle, the teacher said that we were all adopting dogs as part of taking the class. I said, I can't have a dog. I want to know what your view of this is, Virginia Woolf, that you can't have a dog. It was almost like, as part of taking this art cooking class, everyone was adopting dogs. So was that a gift to people? Or was that something they were doing for the community? What do you think? Or was it something thrown on the people? The dogs were their border collies. Whoa, those are cool dogs. So when you said you couldn't do it, do you remember what you were feeling when you said that? How were you feeling when you said that? I was just being honest, felt like I got roped into it. Haven't really tried to figure it out yet. A feeling of getting roped into it. So in your real life, Virginia, do you feel like someone is taking advantage of you? That is my question. Do you feel like someone's taking advantage of you in your real life? And that maybe you need to speak up, possibly in your job. Something that looks like it would be positive, but it ends up being something that you feel like they're taking advantage of you. Because it doesn't feel like it has anything to do with your personal life. So, can it connect to your work life? That's my question. Because it feels like there's a message in that dream. You think you're just a lone wolf. Virginia Woolf, the lone wolf, sure connects to your name. Sometimes I feel like I'm the lone wolf. Lady Spellbreaker's the last dream I remember was of the lady who claims my daughter's spirit was in her home. I had a dream she was doing card on the edge of the bed. What? Doing card on the edge of the bed? I don't understand that. Was there a real lady that claims that her daughter's spirit was in her home? And do you know this lady? Being in Seas Candy, you can eat all the candy you want. Was that a childhood place that you like to go, Lori? Who is the lady? You don't have to tell me if you're not comfortable. She's on YouTube. She came to my channel in 2021 and started emailing me, telling me she has messages and I need to call her immediately. She keeps coming back to my channel. I don't like that feeling. That's weird. That's weird, Lady Spellbreaker. I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like that. I would tell her to stop. That's pushy. That feels uncomfortable. And if they are negative or weird messages, especially, Spirit doesn't do that. Your daughter wouldn't do that. Good. Good, Lady Spellbreaker. Mama Llama says, I often have lucid dreams. I once saw a UFO crashing through the atmosphere, and I called out to Jesus. And then I was having a picnic with my family. It was almost like, well, Jesus took care of it, and then it was just, it went from fear to peace. It seems like it went to fear to peace. I mean, did you feel peaceful by the time the picnic came? Uh-oh. The cat hears my daughter. Let's see what it says about UFO in here. You know, it's going to time there's going to be more UFOs, and honestly, we don't know if that's necessarily a threat. To be honest, it was a huge shift. What if what comes in a UFO is not a threat? What if? Because I have to think sometimes, what if what what created the pyramids, right? What if that kind of thing were people from the past that were advanced or in the UFOs? What if? I'm looking in my special book. Looking, trying to do it really quick. Why didn't I expect somebody to say unidentified flying object? That's what they want to go to. I saw a UFO and it said go to unidentified flying object. Unidentified. Okay. Represents a totality of intelligent life. As aspect of true reality, most are still skeptical of and afraid to believe in. I like to throw curveballs. Don't we all? Don't we all? I feel like it's aliens. I've been to the pyramids. They're pretty cool. I mean, think about it. So far back in time. And the Egyptian faces, what are they called? The ones that look like big Egyptian faces. Could we? I mean, it's amazing some of the things that were created when there was no machinery. No machinery. Care Bear says, OMG, glad you brought up pyramids. I had a dream. I was dared by my friend to slide down a white concrete pyramid. Can you imagine? Slide down a pyramid. What did you feel when she said that? I mean, if your friend dared you to slide down the pyramid, would you feel like you had to? Or would you be like, no, girl, I'm not going to do that? I'm not going to do that. When your friends dare you to do things, do you feel more apt that you need to because your friend told you to? Is it one of those things? Like, oh, my friend said I need to do it. I feel like I have to because she said to, because he said to. I'm always going to feel like I'm a chicken because I didn't do it. I'll do it if you do it. Pertains to higher wisdom and knowledge. Higher wisdom and knowledge because your friend said to. It pertains to higher wisdom and knowledge. That's what she's wanting, pushing you to do. Go to higher wisdom and knowledge. Slide down higher wisdom and knowledge. Take a chance. Go toward higher wisdom and knowledge. It's not about the pyramid. Your friend is wanting you to take a chance, take a risk, take your booty down higher wisdom and knowledge. It's not really about the pyramid. It's about going to the light side instead of the dark side that you've been in. That is what that dream's about. And your friend is trying to encourage you because you haven't taken that leap. What are you going to do, Care Bear? That's what that dream's about. It's not really about the pyramid. It's about taking that supernatural chance. And you and I had that discussion, didn't we? Mm. We had that discussion. Yep. You think who's negative, Lori? Oh no, she passed away. He dared me and said I would never do it. So are you going to do it? Go, Care Bear, go. Go, Care Bear, go. We believe in you. Go, Care Bear, go. Go, Care Bear, go. Go, Care Bear, go. We believe in you. We all have the ability to do supernatural things, to go into places we never believed we could, to take a leap of faith, no matter what your age, to go, Care Bear, go. Your mom has RH. To pursue your passions. Sometimes our dreams are trying to push us to go into places that we gave up on ourselves for. You have a lower temperature and blood pressure because you're sick or because that's normal. I generally have a temperature of 97.8 is my regular temperature. We are on a tangent in this chat. Your mom is O negative, and so is my sister and baby nephew. I'm A negative. My mom's mom and my nanny was an O negative, and she is from England. I am O positive. O positive, which makes sense. Whoa, you have RH negative blood type. Your mom is Scot-Irish. Part of my background is Scot-Irish, right? It is on my bucket list to go to Ireland, go to Scotland and Ireland to go see where part of my background is from. Care Bear says, I dream from time to time about this friend who passed away in 2000. I'm the only one who can see and talk to him. I took this particular dream as he was teasing me. No, he was supporting you, Care Bear. That is amazing, Mama Llama. And I've got the most common blood to donate to people. I need to go to Scotland and Ireland to track some of my background. You most certainly can ask for prayers for your cousin Angela. That is terrible that she's been missing since March 18th, 2012. And have they put it on a cold case? Lady Spell? I cannot believe they have not found her. Same, Lori. I am I am a combo. Sending prayers. Sending prayers for you. Are there details on your community tab about that? I cannot believe that breaks my heart. Ray, you're going night night? Good night, Ray. Did you even share a dream, Ray? Did I miss it? Did I miss your dream, Ray? I'm backtracking to see if I missed your dream. Or if you were just listening to me. You are not old, Ray. Give me a break. You are not old. Thank you for being here, though. I sure appreciate it. Sure, share a dream. Oh, we lose an hour tonight. Yay, more sunlight. I'm so happy. Yay, more sunlight. Yes, I would love for you to share a dream. And I would like I would like to know how many of you have had visitation dreams. I'm so happy there will be more sunlight. And at some point, the sunlight almost extends to 9 o'clock. I can go out and plant. I've got to find a bathing suit because they're going to be putting the liner in soon. It'll be a little too cold. But did you know? Oh, one from your dad. Love that. Do you know what I can do to increase my dreams? If you get better sleep, for one thing, if you can try to increase your sleep to at least 8 hours, sometimes if your muscles can let go, magnesium can help your sleep, chamomile can help your sleep. I'm so sorry about that. I hope that you have hit helping parents heal. Lady Spell. If you can get in that group, journal, get better sleep, pay attention to your nutrition, connect to support. It's really important. Yeah, I bet it does, Virginia Woolf, because when you break down wild lettuce tea, you know it turns into morphine. Hmm. Do you buy regular wild lettuce tea or do you make it from your yard? Helping Parents Heal, remember that is part of the group that I'm part of, Lady Spill. Did you check it out? You bought it from the grocery store, Virginia? Lori, please don't be scared. I'm grateful I get to connect with my son that's passed, Lori. I've seen my dad. I've seen a multitude of those on the other side I don't even know. No, don't be sorry, Lady Spell. Don't be sorry at all. I hope I didn't upset you. Don't be sorry whatsoever. But yeah, connect to Helping Parents Heal. That's going to be such a big help to you. My body is starting to relax more. Breath work is great. Yoga is great. Yes. Grounding. Go outside and put your naked feet on the ground, and it will release a lot of EMFs from your body. I'm glad that you have come here, Lady Spellbreaker. I hope I didn't upset you in any way. That was not my intention at all. Not my intention at all. I hope I didn't come off that way. You just really need support. You are most welcome, honey. You need release. You need some release so you're able to, how do I put it, break through some of the grief. Yes. And again, how long has it been, Lady Spellbreaker? It's just been a year, right? Or 2 years. I can't remember. Surrounding you with love and light. Because it's been 5 years for me with Noah. And I think it has been that long with you and Kayla, correct? 2 years. So, out of every place, helping parents heal is the best support. You really need support. You get support here, and helping parents heal is lovely support. My psychologist isn't really working with me on grief either. I think there's a lot I need to process still because it was so traumatic. Yes, I understand that. Especially, I mean, I can visualize what you told me you went through, and I can see it in my spirit. Hello, Angel Wings. Thank you for being here. I mean, I know what I went through with Noah, and that was pretty traumatic, and I can see in my head the experience that you went through with Kayla after they would not make room for a bed for her at the hospital and sent her home, and you found her. I'm so deeply, deeply sorry. Ray says a friend of hers was gone in an accident. I saw him. He was in a black jacket, leather. We talked, chatted. He said it was time for him to go. I begged him to take me. said, "Not your time," kissed my cheek. I'm so very sorry, Ray. You are so right, Lori. Lori says, if you're not feeling good about your therapist, you can find another one, Lady Spellbreaker. My old therapist didn't understand me either. And look, I know this to be so correct. That is so heartbreaking, Lady Spellbreaker. So, so heartbreaking. Surrounding you with love, light, calling down angels for you, Lady Spellbreaker. Calling down angels for you. Reach out to someone that specializes in grief. Matter of fact, I would look for a grief group rather than just a therapist. You've gone through 2 years. It would help you to look for a grief group. A grief group. Probably rather than just a person. Just a therapist doesn't work sometimes, and you have to find someone that can relate to what you're going through, that specializes in grief. And sometimes, if you look in your community or outward, they will have grief groups. Grief groups. You need that kind of support now, and helping parents heal as well. You need people around you. You need people around you. It's time, and you don't need to go this alone now to get you through the next step. The grief, like I told you, it ebbs and flows with me. It's not something that goes away. You learn how to move through it. And I know that it came to a point where I understood that the support of other people, and then you learn how to do things where when you help others, it helps you. But at this point, this stage, you need you need support, and you need people around you. You need a grief group. You need Helping Parents to Heal, which is online, but you also need people around you where you are. Going it alone is not the answer for you. You need connection. You need connection. That's a good idea. Yeah, I mean, when you have a therapist and you don't feel that connection with them, move on. You have to have somebody that relates to you and helps you, not somebody that you don't feel like there's any healing taking place. And look, in this room, I love on and accept everybody. As long as you're not evil or mean or hurting somebody, I don't care if you're Christian, Jewish, Buddha, whatever. If you are lovely and caring and supportive and care about human beings, you are welcome here. Good. I cannot say enough about helping parents heal because when I went there after losing Noah, that after looking at all the other groups, that was the best place you can go. Please, 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 periodically go to there, Lady Spell. Okay, and use your real name. Please use your real name. Don't use Lady Spell. I recommend that. And introduce who your daughter was. Thank you for being vulnerable in here. I know the pain is absolutely gutting, and I understand that, look, you have to remind yourself to breathe. It's okay. Good. We've all lost people, but, and I have to say, that losing a child is a whole different kind of pain. It is a whole different kind of pain that is inexplicable. I'm sorry to say that. It's not like, it's not like, oh, my pain's worse than your pain. Pain is pain, and it's all relative to what people are going through. But I just have to say, losing a child is just simply gutting. When I lost my Noah, it's just, totally different. Totally different. This isn't the best picture of Noah, and he's got blue lips because of he was eating frosting on his cake. Okay? This is one of the pictures of Noah. Oh, not good. And like I said, he only aged a third of the rate we do. So when he was 21, he looked 7. Yes, she has been a very special part of this life. And let me tell you, that has to do with dream visitations. We get visitations of loved ones in our dreams, people we have lost. People we have lost. That's not the best picture of him. I mean, he had blueberry blue eyes, a cupid bow mouth, and curls in the back when I let it grow. And he actually was an angel. I mean, it's hard to explain. Child had to be in pain to cry. He had to be in pain to cry. He had the best disposition. And he wasn't um, what they would call mentally, he was cognizant of everything. But anyway, I go through my moments and I'll see something, and I can smell him, or I'll see something of his, and it triggers me. But I even some of his doctors say we really believe he was in our bound angels. Things happened with him, crisis or emergencies, that new things were used that were able to be used on other kids, that changed the way things were done medically for other children. He was just a good kid. He had cerebral palsy. His muscles were tight. He couldn't walk. He was a good kid. Mama Llama met him. He was patient and sweet. She goes, he would light up with other kids playing. He just couldn't do what other kids did. He was a good kid. And I'm prejudiced to him. And she says, and your daughter was so great with him, and you could feel the love. She's a good kid, too. Thank you, Mama Llama. And yes, I'm prejudiced to my kids. But am I wrong, Mom? He just had the sweetest spirit to him. There was just something about him that was indescribable when you would touch him, or there's just something about him. Am I wrong? Or am I just too prejudiced? There's something. When people would hold him, there was just something. I just believe he was an earthbound angel. That's all I can say. Thank you, Mama Llama. Thank you, Ray. Ray, well, did you share your dream or no? Did I just overtalk your ability to share your dream? I'm sorry. I can feel him now. It's like I have this silver umbilical cord still attached to my son. Still attached to him. She says, I remember holding his hand, and there was just so much love. Yeah. It's that feeling. Lori says she wasn't comfortable seeing a psychic medium because of what it says in the Bible. And I'm not comfortable being called one because of what it says in the Bible. How about that? I'm not comfortable being called one. So it goes both ways. Like a very special feeling that can't be denied. He was a very beautiful angel. Thank you, Lady Spellbreaker Oracle Queen. And listen, Lady Spell, just know that you are loved and cared for here. Everyone is here. Yeah, the lady I went to see was Native American, and she volunteers for the police department for missing children. It was a wonderful experience. If you use your gifts for good, it's not a problem. Hey, Sarah McCluskey. The Bible was written by men with an agenda, and they changed the words. Some of it, I do believe, were the words of Jesus, but a lot of the Bible, you are right, was written by men and shifted around and to create rules for the people, to control some of the people, and did have an agenda, because there's no way in heck our society could live by some of the rules now. Like stoning the people and some of the crazy things that it says now. So, and my church, my relationship with can't say the word God on here. My relationship with the Creator, I can have anywhere I am, and I always have it. Period. Period. So it doesn't matter where I am. I have one every single day. Sarah says she's going to church tomorrow with her friend. I think that's great, Sarah. She feels good when she goes. Don't be scared. Spirit can't harm you if you encourage them first. Look, if I'm connected to anything, I'm always in prayer, I'm always protected, and I always recognize what's going on. Oh, yeah, she was talking about her friend. I saw that. My friend came to me. I was in a bad state after he was, but as soon as his dream was over, I rolled into my husband. That's why it wasn't my turn. I remember you talking about your friend passing. I did see that. I'm so sorry about your friend. It definitely wasn't your turn. When you see your friend in a dream, it is a visitation. That doesn't mean anything is going to happen to you when you have a visitation like that. Now, my mom had a dream that my dad came to her and he said he was holding a space to her for her. She was like, I'm not ready right now. You know what I mean? She's not, I'm not ready right now. Don't hold space for me right now. Joel Osteen is great, but some of those churches are so big. I don't like to go where there's a ton of people. That's just too much for me. Sometimes some that die may stay behind to be their guides. I got a message saying they were sorry they couldn't be there for me, but it's guiding me now to help me find happiness. I'm not even sure who really. Hmm. A lot of times, people that are your guides most likely did not live on Earth in your time frame. And if you go to sleep and ask, or asking your spirit what their name is, you will get an answer. And don't try to think, oh, that's my brain just made it up. No, you'll get an answer usually automatically, and it will come from them. Exactly, lady. Like when I was talking about my son just a little bit ago, and I was feeling, I don't know if you could tell, I was feeling sort of other, I don't want to say otherworldly, not even other spacey, but I was feeling him. I was feeling him. Oh, that's very nice, Sarah. I was feeling him. And I was talking to someone the other day, and her friend came through, and she came through so well and gave me details about herself. And she literally gave me a hug where I could feel her and allowed me to know that she saw my son. And I could feel her hug and feel her so much. And when she let me know she saw my son, I had tears, I had emotion. And I had not felt something like that in a long time. In a long time. That is very special, Sarah. That, you know what, if you're feeling that, that is true. If that emotion is making you happy, I feel that's very well true. You know, sometimes people we love on the other side can make a song come on the radio that you had a special connection with just at the right time. Maybe right when you're getting in the car to go somewhere, at the right opportune time, or put a message somewhere right at the right opportune time. Don't ever deny what you're saying or the experience you're having as something poo poo, like a poo poo sign. If you have someone on the other side and you need a sign, ask for it. Ask for it. And sometimes you can be specific. Ask for a specific sign and you'll get it. You'll get it. We can still communicate, and people don't realize this. We can still have a beautiful relationship with people we have lost to the other side. We can. It's different. Sometimes it feels bittersweet, but we can still have a relationship with people we have lost to the other side. One guy told me his name was Oscar, or if it was his middle name, but wasn't sure if he's someone I'm supposed to meet like a future soulmate. Did you ask him if he was your guide? Can you clarify what you're saying there, Care Bear? Can you be a little more clear? One guy told you his name was Oscar. Were you asking if he was your guide? Dustin from PW from the Paranormal Channel, Willow. Oh, you found out your spirit guide is European and ancient. Coolio. My primary spirit guide is named Julia, and she's been hanging with me for years. You can have many spirit guides that can be with you for seasons of your life. Like you can have one that hangs with you during your youth, right? To get you through certain time of your life. And then let's say that you go through another session of your life and then another one takes over. After my dog Sassy died, I did not show much emotion. I just pictured my puppy teasing us and started laughing because my pappy would totally do that. Aw, Sarah. So sorry. So many prayers to you, ladies, Phil. Oh, yes, great advice, Dana. Make sure to be open to any way the signs will come to. Exactly. I love my fur babies, too. You are most welcome, ladies, Phil. Yeah, I literally said, what the hell? Because I felt a sensation on me. I felt like it was about maybe 13 pounds. Good gosh, Lori. Things like that. I don't get uncomfortable. Let me read it. I don't get uncomfortable over. I've heard demonic voices. They are horrible. I do not want to hear those. I always ask people, do your breath work, your conscious breathing, Inhale through your nose to the count of 4. I ask that people do this every day. Hold it to the count of 4. Exhale to the count of 4. When you do this, inhale that bright, bright, bright white light and let it move through your body, scooping out all negative toxins, everything that doesn't belong. Blow out and see the light expand around you and keep moving through you, expanding, expanding. Repeat that a few times, right? Surround yourself with a cocoon of white light. Ask for protection. I always ask for Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael. I surround myself with a cocoon of white light. I fill this room up. I push the light into this channel. I ask that all the inner be surrounded with the white light. And I ask that all that you leave feeling better than when you came in. Every single time. Every single time. Every single time. It's always important that you surround yourself with a cocoon of white light of protection. Especially if you're a spiritual being. So that you don't allow that negativity to come into your space. You protect your energy and you don't deal with the demons. You don't deal with the demon world. Because I'm going to tell you, when I had that near-death experience, just like Lady Phil saying, the archangels are super big, super tall. Super big, super tall. Who's baby, Lori? The archangels are super big, super tall. They don't play. They don't play. You don't want to invite demonic energy whatsoever. So when I had the near-death experience, that's what I was surrounded by going in. There were other runner angels and helper angels and stuff like that, but the archangels are massive. I don't play with demonic energy. You can tell the difference between dark energy and light energy. So always protect yourself. Protect your energy. And you can tell that energy in people too. So don't play with the dark side, folks. Do not play with the dark side. And if you ever see me do healing work on here, I mean, I already glow like a glow stick, but you will see my light or my energy I'll start glowing massively, or the lights will flicker. That's because it takes that much more energy to do energy work. Don't mess with the dark side, folks. I'm not saying I'm a light digger. They say gold digger. I'm not saying I'm a light digger. I'm a gold digger, but I'm not going to mess with the dark side. Paranormal says, real demons are not shadow people. They are worse and dangerous and hard to get rid of. You don't want to mess with. You don't want to mess with dark side. You don't want to mess with demons. Lady Spell says she starts to see psychedelic visions during her breathing meditation sometimes. And right now, while you're healing, Lady Spell, you might want to take it down a notch just while you're healing to not go into the psychedelic visions. Just a suggestion only. As a therapist, you don't have to take it, but while you're healing, you might not want to go to the point of psychedelic visions. Just saying. Only while you're healing. Oh, great, Sarah. Thank you. I fainted when I saw two angels. I said to my daughter, "Show me your real angels." And when they came, their presence was so intense and bright and overwhelming, I fainted. They are bright and intense and overwhelming. I'm sorry you fainted and had that experience. Yes, taking your time and healing is best. I love that, Lori. I love St. Michael. I use a lot of healing frequency music for a lot of things. Healing, chakra balancing, entity removal, closing portals really helps a lot. Yes, it does. Healing frequency is great. Healing frequency is great. Love it. I can't get this one very loud tonight. I need to get a bigger one. Did we lose Virginia Woolf? We might have lost Virginia Woolf. I do not know. I do not know. Who's afraid of Virginia Woolf? I don't know if we've lost him or not. Some people are trying to rush me through grief. I dig my heels into the ground and said I'm not going fast for anyone through this. I'm going at my own pace. People can't tell you how to grieve. That's how it is. Well, go to sleep, my lovely friend. We need to chat very soon and make our coffee date and make our plans for you to be on here. Thank you for being on here tonight, Mama Llama. Love you. Guided meditations are lovely. I'm glad that you are still here, Ladiesville. Thank you, Mama Llama. Oh, my lovely daughter is here tonight. Thank you, Mama Llama. You are a lovely, beautiful soul. Time is passing on me quickly. I don't know what happens in here. You come in here, people start talking. There's just this energy, and time goes like that. It doesn't seem like it does, but it does. Does anyone have any more dreams or anything they want to share tonight? I thought there'd be more dreams, but we went left, right, middle. We went on a tangent, basically. Whoa, your mom uses what for evil? Lori? Yeah, religion can be great, but religion can be scary. I want to invest in more singing bowls and stuff. I need to do that. Whoa, Viking deities, that can be interesting. Sometimes we need to write down our dreams because, they could be a book. You could actually write a book. Yes, Jesus gave us free will. And that's the other thing. Angels, we all have angels, but they can't assist us unless we ask them for help because we have free will. They cannot help us unless we ask them for help because we have free will. So they're going, uh, they're about to make a mistake, but we can't help them unless their life is in danger and it's not their time. But we cannot help them unless they go, hey, I need some help here. Can you help me figure this out? Please, please, Angel, can you help me? Because we have free will. You need a Viking boyfriend, paranormal witch. That would be cool for you. Yeah, angels don't want to interfere, so you have to ask for their assistance. People forget to do that. So sometimes if we would tap in to our own spiritual resources, ask for help, our lives would go a little more smoother. And that's the truth. But we are so stubborn, we want to do it ourselves. We want to do it ourselves. Nora, one of my favorite new creators. The Stock Explorer. Nora the Stock Explorer. Please check her out. Yes, Willow needs a Viking. Does anyone have any questions? We're going to, I have found when I talk about more spiritual things, people want to listen. When I talk about psychological things, they want to sometimes. You are right, Lady Spell. Sometimes, if we try to go the wrong way from our ego, the universe will shut a door if we are stubborn so we don't make bad mistakes. And sometimes, it's like if we don't get a certain job, if a relationship doesn't work out, we get all angst up, PO'd, mad, like the world's going to end. But sometimes, in the Creator's wisdom, it is done to push us in a different direction because otherwise, because of our ego and our stubbornness, we would not have made that change, gone in that direction, jumped those hurdles otherwise. We would not have if those doors were not closed because of our stubbornness. We would have kept doing the same thing, having that groundhog day, like I talked about on the last slide. So sometimes those doors have to be slammed for us. So we will take the other route for our greater good most often. And things will turn out better. Otherwise, we'll keep doing the same damn thing, hoping for a different result. And we all know what that's called. It's called insanity. It's called insanity. I know you're mostly happy, sweetheart Sarah. Lordy Goes to Warlocks was one of the most interesting things, PW. I'm glad you're hanging in there, Nora. Thank you, Lady Spale. What happens to us is usually for us. We usually see it later that the universe is always conspiring to help on the best healing path. That's why I'm here now. Oh, thank you, Lady Spell. And look, I would love to have my son back. Love to. But I'm hoping that some of the things I'm doing is making a difference in somebody's life. I'm praying that it is. I'm praying that the path I'm walking now is putting me on the path to starting a foundation, that maybe it has done something for someone in a way that I don't know, right? Maybe it's done something for someone in a way that I don't know, and maybe I'll never know, that has created a domino effect that will help more people. And maybe I just don't know. That is my prayer. That is my hope. I am no 1 million subscriber YouTuber. But it is my prayer that something somehow will make a difference. That is my prayer and intention. I'm trying to catch up on the reading. Sorry, I went whoop. My brain got stuck. You're most welcome, Lady Spill. So, on that note, before my brain goes to squirrel and gets stuck in overdrive, does anybody have a question, a comment, a dream, or anything? Anything. All you lovely human beings. So, pay attention to the spiritual side of yourself. Be open. Write your dreams down. Know that sometimes your dreams have messages, and most often, if you're in a place of heavy grief, if you're in a place where you cannot raise your energy enough to make contact with the other side or to have dreams that you remember, um, just pay attention, let go, try to get good sleep, get good nutrition, drink your water, sometimes chamomile tea, magnesium in your diet as a supplement can help you sleep. Do things that help you sleep better. Keep a notebook beside your bed. Write down your dreams because sometimes they may have a message, and sometimes you will get visitations in your dreams from the other side. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? I have a dream that is to teach nonverbal kids to use iPads to communicate. That's a real life dream, and you should continue to follow it, Sarah. That is a very beautiful thing. I think that is lovely. You never would have imagined that you connect so many people when Kayla crossed over. I'm learning who I am all over again now. It breaks you down and builds you up again. You definitely change. You definitely change. And it can be a good thing in a lot of ways, but you definitely change. You become a new version of yourself. But I want you all to know I love you very much. You mean the world to me. Thank you for your love and your support. Oh, yeah, valerian root, melatonin, ashwagandha, magnesium, L-theanine. That's very good. Thank you for those recommendations, Lady Phil. You mean the world to me. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I dearly, dearly do. Again, thank you for your support. I want you to remember your vibe does attract your tribe. This is a no hate zone. It always will be. Oh, she has a YouTube channel, so check her out, Lady Spellbreaker. This is a no hate zone. This will always be a place where we learn from each other. We try to thrive, grow, find out what it's like about being a human being from the inside out, about stepping outside of our box, yeah, and about just finding how to reach for the light and resonate ever so higher. This was our episode on learning from our dreams, interpreting our dreams, and having visitations in our dreams, and so much more because, we went left, right, up, down, and middle. But until next week on Wednesday, have a beautiful week. Remember to set your clocks and spring forward. Mwah. Let's get ready and go, go, go. Thank you for coming to Dear Dana. I'll talk to you all later. Here we go. And thank you in the bushes too. Oh yeah, please like, subscribe, share. If you want to buy me a coffee, you can do that too, but you don't have to because I love and appreciate you anyway. Bye, everybody. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, go, go. I'm singing it before I even get there. Sorry. Sorry for hurting your ears. There we go. Go for it. Bye now.
You can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key, they'll see with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.